Hey everyone, today we're going to demonstrate something that probably is. Today we're going to show you why the reason I hate slim fluorescent light fixture. There's a problem. So first problem one, why slim fluorescent light fixture probably is slim and they are mostly electronics. Electronic fixture. For example, LED type fixture is a fluorescent fixture. This is the first one. The fixture is slim and it's an electronic balance. They are not magnetic balance. For slim fluorescent fixture, you put in electronic balance no matter if it doesn't care out. But if you put magnetic balance, that's another story because I help to convert fluorescent to LEDs and most of the slim fixture inside the ballast was forced to mount inside. Starter socket were already provided earlier because the starter socket originally is installed over there. The ballast originally doesn't fit, but they force it to fit. So that's why this will make a tight spaces for the ballast to dissipate heat. So for the tight spacer, they can overheat the ballast. For example, I don't really quite like that fixture, so I just remove that fixture. And the fixture is very easy to bend in half, just single bend and already bend in half. But look at this one, this is much thicker. That one I just bend like this and I already can bend in half because that one is slimmer. And the ballast is like that. This ballast was forced inside, I already know because you can see the wires burning here. The wires stick on the ballast, recently I removed. See, this ballast already stuck together recently. It's hard to remove because they're forced to the inside. And look at the ballast, how yellow it is. So this, this type of fixture is very common. Where is about it's the cheapest fixture, like below 10 ringgit, so they are very cheap. So that's why they come with this bulky junk. That's why I doesn't remove that fixture because I hate the fixture already. And that's all. I few of the ballast that come up with the fixture to experience with. Like these two ballasts were originally fell because the ballast is overheated and winding melt. This one was overheat winding and short circuit. This was come up from the amber fixture. They're slimmer. This ballast is come from a slim fixture. The brand is NSC. It is NSC fixture. There are another type of another brand also made by Amber Lighting. So Amber Lighting also create another brand called NSC. Also the simple fixture that I thought. And after that, most of the fixture like cheap fixture, Mean Light, yes, Mean Light. I forgot to talk about Mean Light. Mean Light at the time of the old fixture, they just want to use the material to be thinner and smaller, so they can go cheaper to sell. That's why they come up with the idea to make the fixture slimmer because this brand made. But they doesn't know behind this thing is. Look at the ballast. Look at the quality of this. You can see most of the ballast come up from the slim fixture. They are yellow. A few of the ballasts were yellow on under my desk. Under my ballast collection over there. Most of the ballast yellow, they are come out from a slim fixture. Most fixture they are Itokong, NSC, Amber, Mean Light, or any type of OEM brand. Itokong. What am I gonna say? Itokong. I have few of the Itokong fixture in my collection over here. This is the Itokong fixture. Okay, this is better lah because for the fixture that I see is thinner like that. It's more thinner 1 cm. This Itokong one is thicker, thicker 1 cm only. Okay, see, they're usually very slim one also. And the starter socket is almost the casing. Yeah, the starter socket is almost the casing. Look at this and look at this. This one, they are much larger. Look at this. So most of the Amber OEM fixture or anything, they are clipped in place. The cover are clipped in place. That's why this one is much better. And the ballast is quite a bit forced inside, but I never quite use them. Because it get overheat very fast. Like here, where I always touch it, I get burned. It get overheat very fast, and the cover over here is quite hard to install because the ballast force the space. Because the ballast need to take more space. Although the wiring is tightening under the side over here because they cannot go inside. Whatever. So this thing I never use because although you can open it up and see the ballast, so new because I never use this fixture. Okay, and most of the OEM fixture like what are these? They are bigger hole and no dot. The dot is to use for diffuser fitting, although this type of fixture doesn't have diffuser because they're not a purpose for that. After all, this type of fixture I always complain is about the ballast spacing. The ballast spacing must be wide enough to let the ballast to dissipate heat. That's why older fixture bigger and larger to dissipate heat, so the ballast will not get yellow that easier. So this type of fixture I never use that much. I use that much is the 3 feet here, SJ light, good light, Swan light, and the gold light. The Itokong over here, the Itokong brand. This fixture is not Itokong. The Itokong brand has come up from the ballast. That's why most of the Itokong ballast I removed from the old fixture. They are mostly broken. I throw it away already because I don't want to keep those. Mostly they are broken because the ballast is overheated for in this kind of fixture. Although this type of fixture I get in the clearance ACE clearance bin because they want to clear the stock. No people want to use that. This is the last one. I will just get it. Alright, this fixture I don't use that much. If I use very much, the ballast will be very yellow inside already. But thankfully I never use that much. Although the starter socket is different. The starter socket, you can see these two knobs, they're smaller. So if this starter socket broken, you need to go to the Pacific, this type of Pacific fixture company to buy the socket. Although modern socket I try, they mostly doesn't fit. They're mostly breaking stuff. That's why this type of fixture using one of these starter socket that I have here, a single dot pin. This one is different from the another type of OEM fixture, but I just like that. So this type of Itokong fixture is one of the reasons that I also hated. But their quality are much better because they only they left the spacing they are wider 1 cm. Listen carefully, 1 cm only. So whatever, I get that. So that's why I hate slim fixture. Although slim fixture I prefer is electronic. That's why I have electronic fixtures. They are mostly slim one. But at the back there, the slim LED fixture, you can see the ballast is surface mounted because you cannot put inside the fixture. If they are still fit, they probably overheat because they doesn't have space to breathe. That's why these ballasts will look yellow, come out from the slim fixture. That's why for the purpose I doesn't like to use them. So for that Itokong fixture, I feel safe because I doesn't use that much. For the fluorescent startup video that I have did before, I just left the lamp turned on and off for like 5 times, and the ballast I feel is warm already because they are overheat. They are started heated up. No space for dissipate heat. That's why these ballasts have the wire burn mark like here, here, here. Although this ballast is a short circuit, so if I connect live come in, this thing will be live because the winding have melt and short, and this thing have no resistance over here because the wire melt. But if I put one of the live wire into one of these terminal, this winding out here will become live because I tried it before. Use my test fan to touch and glow brightly. So that's a strongly indicator that this thing is leaking voltage. Although that's why the owner bypassed the ballast. But they also have the reason the light doesn't turn on because the wire inside, the quality is better than it's very bad. The quality inside the wire is also very bad. On the side of the ballast, all the wire are breaking, start to break, but whatever. This type of ballast can heat up around 130 degrees, but normal ballast is heat up 105 degrees only. This thing can house more temperature than that. Like Itokong also houses 130 degrees. That's why they burn so fast. Although this ballast, this is the first ballast I know they are just sparkling in here. These are called slim type ballast, although they are used in mostly type of old fixture, mostly type of slim fixture like Lemex. Lemex also have one of the type of fixture that's slim type. They are secondary generation they are want to go to LED at the time, but they're still fluorescent over there, so they just put the fixture and house the ballast inside. Whatever. So because at the time the LED light start to came through, but they still have left a bit of fluorescent light, so they need to sell them away. So they sell slim fixture with this ballast, so it will be die soon, so you can replace with LED for some reason. So for me, I don't use slim fixture, I use thick fixture because thickened fixture can be let the ballast dissipate heat much better. But for me, I just use electronic fixture. However, they doesn't generate heat, they generate warmth, they not heat. So these will be last longer as long as the lamp you are not putting LED. So describe about the shing. So here we have few of the ballast. Only the one here is working, but the ohm or the resistance of this thing are very high. So I think this ballast will fail soon or will be overload my lamp because these are 40 watt. Alright, so I have a slim Itokong fixture. I just need to get another slim fixture for you to take a look at. The waste of money and waste of space. Although I have know how to save stuff because I start to collecting fan because you like fan and me like. So for the NCS brand, I also saw some place that's still gone. Like Mr. DIY Tester, they are using mid light. The ballast probably slim type, they're probably OEM brand like XC, MS Light or NCS. They're probably this type of brand ballast or Amper somehow. But although this type of ballast they make for not for last, they're used for spoil. That's why in some cases the DIY will go there. The starter socket doesn't have screw, doesn't have clips, doesn't have clip at all. They just left the starter socket inside. They're just losing. That's why I remove the starter and how they can get the starter inside? There's a problem. I break that. Okay, so doesn't matter, the starter already over here, but whatever. So this ballast is originally fell. They are leaking voltage, so this will be very dangerous. This one is burned down, short and short circuit. This ballast usually short circuit, but for me I use on the microwave oven transformer, like because I want to use this as a fuse because the microwave transformer can get up very hot. And I forgot this ballast is shorted and it start arcing and blow and like somehow sparkling and blew up. That's why black over here. This one is still functional, but I don't think this will last longer at all because they already burned. At the time I removed the fixture inside, it was very disgusting and yellow because of the ballast over here that heat up. They continue heat up. That's why I say spacing ballast is much better for the backup solution. But anyway, Meanlight start to make something very piss me off. Meanlight is not making LED fitting, but at the time they also make fluorescent light. At that time in 2019 whatever, the Itokong fixtures come out from the same range because at the type of fixture slim. Anyway, the Itokong fixture also come out from the same range because the slim fixture looking. Although Amper thing, I just work the light because this ballast will fail very soon now. You can see most of the ballast I have, they were yellow. So I have only one slim fixture, the rest are electronic. Like what are these ones? This is the first clue of electronic fixture. So I only have one of these I have electronic fixture. They are most slim ballast, but I can't put in the magnetic ballast, although there's some reason they're not gonna fit. So they will cause the overheat problem like Itokong. But one of my friends, they still use Itokong like the light and power tools channel. Okay, so he still have some Itokong fixture and Amper, but they still complain about getting ballast overheat and burning. So that's why I look at that. So for the fixture, I have few of the slim fixture like electronic. Most of the electronic slim. I have another one, the LED fixture that look like this and they are modified magnetic ballast. I also never use them because they also can overheat the ballast because I force the ballast inside. You see they're not gonna fit at all. They're usually not gonna fit, so I force it. I force it to whatever, it's get inside and it will do the job later. So for these, we doesn't use that, although I use for display because those are ballast over here that failed. Like this one is the first clue of the failing ballast This was the first failing one. Because of this quality of the stuff that doesn't last long. Alright, so for me, I don't want to use them. I just want to have a slim fixture. Although this condition, they are still slim fixture on sale, like double fluorescent light, but they also still doesn't last long because the ballast can fail easily. Although Amper, however, it is still good. That's why at the time T5 lamp comes out with electronic high performance, long lasting and better solution for lighting. That's why T5 lamp is very popular now. But for me, now it's LED type. Now it's LED year already. We don't need to T5, fluorescent, T12, whatever. But I'm gonna tell you, don't buy slim fixture, that's all. Thank you and bye bye. Because if you buy, this is gonna happen for you. You need to replace the ballast every time. And also the wire, lamp holder. Every time. Listen to me, every time. Thanks for watching.